Talking Cougar volleyball on ColumbiaCougars.com here on Mediacom Channel 22. Coach Melinda Ryan Washington, the volleyball squad at 29-1, undefeated in conference play as well, heading down the stretch of the regular season and then getting ready for the bracket play in conference. And hopefully a one seed there would host out for the rest of that tournament here at the Southwell Complex. And again, the full scheduling online at ColumbiaCougars.com. Couple quick notes for you, questions for you as far as this season. Obviously, we talked about it throughout the year. So many new faces, so many new players. We talked about how you get that many, even though a very talented group, to gel together. Give us a couple of the most improved players who have, from day one to now, who have really risen to the occasion for you and your staff.
We had a solid core returning. I say of our core players, Trinity Ojo has really taken the next step this year. She's really worked in the offseason, gotten stronger. Her court sense and knowing where she needs to be on the court as far as a middle blocker and attacker, she's just really improved and is continuing to improve both with her strength and her mental the mental play on the court. Newcomers, we had 9 newcomers from multiple countries and states. So that was quite a challenge at the front of our season, and still a challenge, especially when you get a combination of both incoming freshmen and JUCO transfers who have played in a different system for 2 years. So I think that we've had steady improvement from all of our 9 incoming. Specific improvement, Cohoris Feliz has really done a great job. She struggled at the front half incredibly with everything. She came in from Polk State, which was a junior college, and played a completely different system than we did. Is a tremendous athlete, but used to a higher, slower system. Really struggled at the front end, but recently has really devoted herself to the team and to getting better, and has really started to make great strides. She is our kill per set leader, so she is getting a lot of kills, and she's been doing that all season, but now she's becoming more efficient. Her hitting percentage is coming up. And
if you're making a trip from the concession stand back to the seats and number 9 is anywhere near a volleyball, just keep an extra eye on things. She really can bring it. I think that seems to be one of the strongest as far as on the kills that you guys have, and it shows on the stat sheet for sure.
Definitely. And I think when we arrived in August, she was one of the bottom 3, on the team, just as far as catching up and where we needed to be in volleyball skill and just everything. She just really struggled at the front end, and she has really worked the last month or so at really fitting into the program and doing what we want her to do. Other newcomers, Brooke Simpson. The funny thing about Brooke and Cohoris being our most improved are neither one of them were outside hitters. Brooke was a middle and Cohoris was a right side. So they transitioned positions as well when they got here. And Brooke came from being an All-American middle at a junior college to now she's a starting outside hitter. And there's different roles there. She was the captain on her team at Jeffco, which was they did very well at nationals. But coming into the situation here, having to transition into a L1, L2 position on the outside and be a primary passer and be able to fix all the out-of-system balls, it's really different. And I think she's really done a good job adjusting and doing what we need her to do on the outside.
And she's an energy spark, too, on that court. I mean, she's got a smile as wide as the building, and her hands are always pumping in the air and really just keeping everybody kind of rallied, and having her back out there has been good.
Really good. She had an injury midway, and we lost her for 5-6 matches, and that was tough. That was a tough stretch for us, but got her back out there, and she's just been doing a tremendous job. Another one of the newcomers is Carol Berger. Carol she also came from a JUCO where they played a really slow game, and coming from the middle, she's had to speed her game up, she's had to change her footwork, she's had to do a lot of things to make adjustments. I think she's a lot better than she was at the beginning of the season. Her stats are starting to show it, and she's starting to become a stronger player in our system.
And there's that word again, that system word, and every coach uses it, and you hear that, how many, you hear that all the time with quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, it's a product of the system, and every school's got their own style, and that's a whole nother adjustment, especially when you talk about not only their studies in the classroom, then majority of these girls are from foreign countries, so they're adjusting to life in America, much less a whole nother school and a whole nother system and teammates and classmates and all of that stuff coming together. And then towel pushes at the same time, and you got this whole. But that's what makes those teams that Columbia College has been blessed with over the years, and have those 3 banners, and hopefully a 4th this year coming up down the stretch. And that's been the the challenge as far as goals that you guys set at the beginning of the year? Obviously, there's the one big one at the end. We know about that one. What are some of the others besides maybe a conference championship, maybe something that aren't as obvious, that are things that you guys have either already hit out of the park or you soon will?
Big goals, win the national championship. Right. But alongside that, we have two major goals, long-term goals, be an academic or scholar All-American team, which is a cumulative GPA of 3.0. We've done that for the last 3 years. Very proud to say that. That's a big accomplishment because we always set those seem to be our two long-term big goals. And we've been able to accomplish that one for the last 3 years. And we want to do that again, win that national championship. Shorter term goals, win the conference, go undefeated. Beat MOBAP. We have specific goals as well. Sure. We needed to beat Lee this year. That was one of our other goals. And to become a family, that's always a challenge, and especially with so many new people and so many people, even the Americans, Trinity, we've got people from out of state as well as, we have a few locals, but out of state, some that are 3+ hours away from home. We have to become a family, and that's always been something that's been very important to my teams at Columbia College, is that by the end of the season, we rely on each other and we do become a volleyball family.
Well, and you could certainly see that even in the second set when MOBAP won here the other night, that momentum, and they came right back out in the third, and kind of as the momentum continued on, as you ended up winning the last two to take the 3-1 win, that there was that, sticking up for each other and that team effort at the end to get the job done, even though you stumbled a little bit in that second set to get the victory. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Learned some things about towel pushes. We'll stay away from that for a while. And or if you want to bribe a volleyball player to, somehow get out a jail-free card or something, maybe, I don't know.
No towel pushes.
It's okay. Sell those or something for the next pink out match or something like that. Come watch the Cougars as the tournament just around the corner again at home, and then off to the national tournament hopefully again for another run at a national championship, and maybe we'll add a 2012 to that red banner hanging above the tunnel in Southwell Complex. Melinda Ryan Washington, thank you very much. Come watch the Cougars. Thank you for watching here on MediaCom Channel 22.